We'll start with Kevin with some comments, and then we'll go to the players for questions.
First of all, thank God, because I don't have to answer, not get past the quarterfinal ever again now. Thank God. Thank you. It wasn't always pretty. We've been in this position a lot. We've come on the losing end of it a lot this year. We keep saying, and we kept saying, we believe in this team. And again, this is why we're up here again tonight, because we believed all year long. And it got nothing to do with me. It got everything to do with these guys, those guys in the locker room. And they doused me. Now I'm soaked, but I'll take that. And our guy here, been great since he got here. And just thankful for them all. I appreciate them all for all their efforts and all the hard work. And it wasn't pretty today. We had to find a way. We had to grind it. We had a couple guys in foul trouble. Things didn't always go our way. Coach lost his head a little bit for a second, ended up regaining it, but it's all about these guys.
Okay, we're gonna go questions for the players first. Go right here.
Dwight, getting past the quarterfinals, obviously the curse is now broken for you guys. What does it mean for you?
Well, first I want to say thank God. That was all God, and since we've been here, the last game we won, we already knew we just got to play together as a team. We all came and practiced hard before we came out here. Everybody been locked in since we got here. It just mean a lot. Quarterfinals is something that we wanted to do for a long time, but now we got to finish the whole thing. We got 2 more games not over with. This ain't nothing now. It's just a little, level up. So, it's all good though.
Obviously, Dwight, hitting the game-winning shot for you guys. You had a fantastic performance in that second half. All of your points but 2 came in that second half. What did you do coming out of the locker room differently to shoot in that second?
I think the first half, it was just I was just in my head the whole time. My main thing is getting my teammates involved. And then second half, all my coaches was just saying, you have the 1 dribble pull-up, but you going in every time. So I just had to take advantage towards the second half. That was probably the difference thing. Sometimes I just overthink, and that just take the best of me. But after today, that probably won't happen no more because I got to know who I am. So that's about it.
Ajiri, you had a battle with Nelly Jr. Joseph all through the game. How did that go? What was your strategy going in to try to offset his inside game?
Going into the game, my coach emphasized playing hard because he was going to post up and go for all the rebounds. So going into the game, my mindset was just to fight him as much as I can. I think they got him the ball a lot, but I try to force him to his left, use his weak hand as much as I can, and just get the offensive rebound, defensive rebound, instead of him getting the offensive rebounds.
Thank you.
DJ, can you just walk us through the winning shot? It looked like you were stuck there, and just sort of what was going through your head.
I really wasn't stuck. I was just looking for the dump down, but it never moved. And then when I had turned around the first time, I seen that I had him on my back. So I did it again. He was there again, so I just threw it up. That's my shot. I practice that every day. So it was something that I do all the time and I'm comfortable with. So
I asked you earlier this year, you had 3 games this year where you guys had a chance to win the game with the ball in your hand and the ball and it didn't go in, and you said, the next one is going to go in. Was that belief always there that you wanted the ball in that spot and it would go in?
Yeah, always. I feel like even those other 3 misses since last year when I missed it from Siena, I always knew those were supposed to go in. All of them was in and out. And Coach never stopped believing in me. He still gave me the ball towards the end every time. And I told him before the season even started, I told him, I was like, you can always give me the ball towards the end. Even if I miss it, I'm not going to be scared to take the last shot. And I wasn't this time.
Well, I don't know if there's anything to it. You got left off the all-league teams. Is there anything you want to go out there and show them and improve anything?
If I win this whole thing, when we win this whole thing, it's going to shock the whole world. So it's at this point, I just want to do it for my team. I've always been the last person to get picked always. I felt like I was supposed to be first team or player of the year last year, but it didn't happen. So, I just got to keep moving.
One more, Ajiri. It seemed like they would always hit a big shot. You would make a run, they would hit a big shot to go back in front. How did you guys keep your composure there and not let the game get away from you?
Going into the game, coach emphasized we're going to try to draw up different strategies to try to throw them off. We know coming into the game that when we do that, there's going to be a man open. So we try to pick and choose who we're going to leave open. It's just unfortunate that we left the shooters open, but we never lost our composure. We just kept fighting, and that's about it. We followed our heart and effort.
Dylan, go ahead.
DJ, is this games like this and moments like this? Is this the reason that you really came to Ryder to really get a moment like this?
Yeah, that, and I feel like everywhere I've been, I just been the last person. Like at UIW or anywhere I've been before that, it's just been like I was always that last person. I just came here and just showed who I was. First day of practice, I just felt like I always been the underdog, and I know who I am. So, coach gave me a chance here, and I took advantage of it. That's the difference.
Okay, questions for Kevin?
Coach, just you lost to Iona twice during the season, once just about 10 days ago at home. How did you put those games behind the team so they could look at this game fresh?
Well, the first time we played them, we were coming off a long road stretch. We were in a couple different countries, played a tough schedule, and they caught us at the right time when we played them the first time at their place. Then we had a chance to regroup, get our legs back under us, get healthy mentally and physically. And we knew down at our place, it just was a matter of making some shots. We had opportunities, we missed some layups. We knew we could play with them. We knew that if we just kind of did some different things in this game and not the same things that we did the last time we played them, and obviously some baskets need to go in, right? We hit a 3 down the stretch, which was big when we were kind of leaking oil a little bit, so to speak. And then DJ's big shot, again, we were right there. We knew if we were really, before the half, we were down by 6 until they hit a 3 at our place, which put it down by 9. We cut it to 3 the second half a couple times. We just didn't hit the big shots. But we knew we were able to, if we stayed in this game, if we rebounded, which they're a very good rebounding team, that we would give ourselves a chance to win this game.
Thanks, Coach.
Kevin, as you're watching that play unfold where DJ hits the shot, do you consider calling timeout there? Would it look like he might have been stuck, or you're just going to ride with whatever he does?
No, Kyle, I was going to ride with him. DJ asked me when they were shooting free throws if I wanted to call a timeout. I didn't want to give them a chance to set up or do anything different. And, we'd called the play. Obviously, DJ got in pretty deep, and guys were moving. We talked about that at halftime when he did get in. We were stagnant. We were standing around the first time. So they were scrambling, trying to find some open, making sure they didn't leave anybody open. And then when DJ spun, he was open the first time. When he saw it again the second time, he made the big shot. And again, like he said, I've seen him make this shot several times.
Kevin, what's got into Ajiri these last 2 nights?
Last 2 nights, I tell you, the last month, Coach gave him a hard time down in Manhattan because I kept telling him, like, we expect more out of him. He's been here, he's a veteran, and he responded to that. And Jerry's been great, man. It's unfortunate that we've had some injuries at the post. We've had to ask him to play a lot of minutes, but he's responded, and that's what veterans do, and that's what Jerry's done all the while.
Kevin, how do you obviously have to come back and play a semifinal now, and obviously a lot of people are looking at you now after you knock off a team like that. How do you get these guys with the day off to kind of, refocus or get in the right mindset for what is another game, another must-win game?
Well, it's always been the next game for us. We never get too high, we don't get too low. Maybe Coach does at times, but these guys know, like, this wasn't the end game for us just to win this game. The end game was for us to win the MAAC tournament. And again, we have to obviously respect our opponent, play the next opponent, be ready for the next opponent. We prepare well. These guys do a good job of carrying out the scouting report and making adjustments in the game. It's you can have a scouting report all you want, but when the game goes live, that's when we got to make the adjustments, and that's when these guys have done a really good job making the adjustments.
And just last one from me, how much of it is a relief to be through this round and into the semifinals?
Oh, Kyle, I'll tell you, man.
I don't have to ask you anymore.
I'm doing a lot of praying today. The good Lord would answer this one for me, So, again, we've had some unfortunates, and it's not about me, but I got tired of hearing about it. I got tired of people writing about it. So again, I thank these guys for getting me off the snide. and not having to hear that again. Now I'll hear something else, but it's always going to be something. I mean, that's what we do. That's what comes with coaching.
Okay, Dylan, and then one more after you.
Kevin, obviously Demencio getting into foul trouble early on affected the game plan, and I'm just wondering how did that affect the game plan, going forward, knowing Iona has a lot of weapons that you can match him up with?
Yeah, as we said, adjustments. Guys coming off the bench. Sid hasn't played much for us of late. Came off the bench, had 4 points for us, did some good things. Late game today, we put him in. Nehemiah, Pope, Corey. And those guys know we need them. We need them. We need the depth. They've been in these games too. They've been down the stretch in some of these games, late game, and so they're familiar with what it is that we do and what we're supposed to do when we're in those situations. So again, foul trouble is going to happen at times, but I trust in the guys coming off the bench.
Okay, last one for Kevin.
Kevin, with the shooting in that second half, like they played a very high press, a full court press. It was very intense. What did you guys really plan for in that second to break it up a little bit?
Well, we were trying to give our guards the relief by having the post guy come back and help. We knew at times, and they made an adjustment too. At times, Nelly wouldn't come up and help at times, but this time he did a good job trying to come up and deny Ajiri and Nehemiah. But we were just trying to get a big in the back court to help offset some of the pressure that our guards were getting by trying to get a piece of those guys coming down. Obviously, you saw where DJ got picked one time when they did that against us. But we just were trying to relieve some of the pressure in the backcourt for these guys.
Okay, congratulations, guys, and we'll see you on Friday night.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.